Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury. So today, I am at the Magic Kingdom, but it is also go home day. Oh, I hate go home day, but it's not over yet. We're still gonna have a lot of fun, and I'll show you how I spend my day on my go home day. Let's go do some rides and stuff. We'll see what kind of Disney stuff we get into. Yes! So today happens to be a party night. Because it's a party night and because of the low crowd levels I experienced when I was here on a different party night, I did not get Genie Plus today. I'm just taking it casual today. Not trying to run around, just trying to get in some of my favorites that I don't want to miss out on. Or don't want to leave without doing again. Also, while I'm here before it gets crowded, outside of Tony's Town Square restaurant, come over to the left. Now, during the day it gets crowded and this is used for stroller parking, but look, Lady and the Tramp left their paw prints here. I love these cute little Easter eggs like that. So I missed early entry, but I got here right at like quote unquote rope drop. I'm here just at 9 o'clock, or it's 5 to 9. And they're doing a celebration at the castle as they open up all the lands. Begin. So I was able to secure a virtual boarding group for Tron, and I'm in a very low boarding group. I am group 10, like literally number 10. So I'm gonna start my day in Tomorrowland. So you can see it's 9 o'clock on the nose and my group has already been called. Okay, let's go to Tron and start out the day with that. Let's go Team Blue, let's do it. Gotta get digitized and go on the grid. The digitizer's broken. This never gets old. Never gets old. It's so epic. And the thing is, like when you're on the cycle down there getting ready to launch, you don't even notice all this. You're just like so overwhelmed by everything else. But that right down there, that's the launch area. This is such an amazingly themed ride. I love it. I love it. Also, my magic band keeps interacting with it. For this ride, everything has to go in a locker. Everything. The lockers are included. You just tap your magic band or park ticket and just remember your number. I'm 603. See you outside the grid. Okay, I am back from the grid. I did it and Team Blue was victorious. Yes! So I've sat in the back and in the middle. And I haven't sat in the front, but I can say that between the back and the middle, there's a notable difference in the speed. Or at least it feels much faster in the back. So you might have a slightly slower experience in the front, I would assume. But man, sitting in the back like I just did again, woo! And that launch, you just go, whew! And then you go up this hill and you come down this loop behind me and you catch a little bit of air when you come up the hill before you go into the show building. After that, the race is really on. You gotta go and beat Team Orange and the rest is history. We won. Go Team Blue. Yeah, Team Blue! Here they come. Go Team Blue! So yesterday I did get a little bit of heat sickness, so no matter how much you think you're hydrating, you can always hydrate more. At least that's what I keep telling myself, because the Florida heat is no joke. No joke at all. How cool is this? This is a Bluetooth speaker. It interacts with identity chips. The lights change color on it. Look at this. Connects to identity disc backpack. Lights change color. Motion activated lights and sounds. And it's a Bluetooth speaker. For 70 bucks, I mean, Bluetooth speakers, it's not cheap, but it's not horribly priced either. and it's an identity disc. Here's what one looks like all lit up. Pretty nifty. This is the backpack that it was saying it interacts with or works with. It, I guess, clips on, so you would have your identity disc on your back, just like in the Tron movies. And the backpack is $54. The backpack's not much cheaper than the disc itself. Despite the fact that I have my Space Mountain ears on, Space Mountain is down right now. Who'd have thunk it? So even though there are some other things in Tomorrowland I do want to do today, because I want to wait and see if Space Mountain comes back up, and I want to like try to not zigzag around the park too much if I can avoid it. And I may end up zigzagging. It happens. But I am going to head to the other side of the park. I'm going to head over to Adventureland, and then maybe Frontierland or Liberty Square. Because when the park opens, people tend to go right, and right is Tomorrowland. Also, people tend to go to Fantasyland, so it's still very early. So I'm going to try to take advantage of some really low lines on the other side of the park. I've also been going around waving at the statues, because last time I was here, it was keeping track of all the ones I got, and there were a bunch in Magic Kingdom I missed, like Tinkerbell here. I missed her last time, but now I got her. I have made my way to Adventureland to be greeted by the spitting camel. I don't know if they know it. He spits. There he goes, he spat. When I was here with my sister the other day, despite the fact that I know the camel spits, I was not paying attention, and he got me. That camel got me, not gonna lie. And to one of my favorite rides in the park. I'm probably gonna get on this a couple of times before the end of the day, because pirates. Pirates. There are two rides I could go on over and over and over again and never get tired of them. One of them is Pirates of the Caribbean, the other is Haunted Mansion. They are my two favorite rides. We'll ride them until the cows come home. I love them. Just around the bend from Adventureland is Frontierland. And I am heading over to Big Thunder Mountain because the wildest ride in the wilderness only has a 5-minute wait. 5-minute wait? Yes, please. Is always a fun, bumpy, lumpy, shaky, wakey ride. Now I gotta figure out what I want to do. I can either walk over to Haunted Mansion, or I could hop on the train and go to Fantasyland and come back towards Haunted Mansion from the other side. I haven't been on the train yet this trip. Let's see how long the wait is for the train, otherwise I'll walk. So I don't know if you could see it or not, but the app says it's a 20-minute wait for the train. But everything else in the park is like 5 to 15 minutes. So the train ride right now is longer than most of the ride waits. So I'm gonna walk. So I mentioned in one of my best of videos for like chill places to hang out, Tom Sawyer Island. I didn't actually go over there, but I did mention it. And just for point of reference, this is where you get on the raft for Tom Sawyer Island. But it is good to note it's not open the full hours of the park. Like today, I don't know if you can see the sign, it opens at 11 a.m. It also closes before the park closes. So if you want to go there, you got to check the hours too. And this is where it's located. So you can see the entrance to Big Thunder Mountain just behind the Tom Sawyer Island raft launch. Mwahahaha. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host. Your not so ghosty host. Look at the ghosty horse buggy. I have tried so many times to get a good picture of that ghost horse buggy. It never quite works out. I love how my magic band is interacting with the ride. It's like a little flame going on and off. So I absolutely absolutely adore the Haunted Mansion. Love it, love it, love it. Perfect level of creepy and spooky without really being too scary. It's a lot of fun. Lot of fun. So I turned the corner into Fantasyland, and this is definitely where all the people are. They are all hanging out in Fantasyland. I found all the people. I mean, it makes sense because all the classic rides are here. You got Peter Pan here, you got all the rides for people of all ages, and all the classic fairy tale stories. Speaking of, I am making my way to Winnie the Pooh. And in Chapter 1, Winnie the Pooh finds many things to do. I never know which way to go, my friends. I never know which way to go. The queue for Winnie the Pooh is great because it has all these things that the kids can play with and keep occupied. Oh no, the wind's got Piglet.
If you ask me, he'll never reach that tree.
So through this door is where Owl gets the deed from Mr. Toad. If you look left. Right there. Be a very wary bear.
Gathered together to say,
Hooray! Hip hip hooray for the Piglet and the Pooh. I absolutely adore the Winnie the Pooh ride. I do, because it's Pooh. And I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it. And I've come across Snow White's wishing well. It says, "Your wishes will help the dreams of children come true." So I've heard a rumor that the change that gets tossed into the fountains, and that sign sort of confirms it, gets donated to children's charities. Some might be like Give Kids the World or Make-A-Wish Foundation, things like that. So Space Mountain is still down. I have the feeling it's going to be down all day the way things are going. So I'm just going to go back to Tomorrowland and do the other stuff I wanted to do. My next stop, trip around Tomorrowland on the People Mover. Maybe we'll figure out what's going on with Space Mountain. So Stitch just came out on stage. I don't know if you were able to see him or not, but he was out there. He was. Okay, well the lights are off today. Maybe it'll come back up and run. Maybe. So at least the lights were off on Space Mountain. So I'm not giving up all hope, but you know, if it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. I wish I knew what was going on. So Stitch was there, and I got to meet Stitch, and I took a picture, and I'll put it in here. And I told Stitch said he liked my ears, my Space Mountain ears, because you go off into the galaxy. And I said, yeah, but Stitch, Space Mountain's broken. It's been broken all day. And he went, oops, like, I'm sorry. Like, Stitch broke Space Mountain. That's what he told me. He told me it's his fault it's broken. But I told him I love him anyway, because he's Stitch. I wasn't planning on seeing the parade, but here I am. Totally unplanned and unexpected. I was not planning to camp out a spot for the parade today. I literally walked out of Tomorrowland and the parade was entering the hub, and I was like, well, you can't plan it better than that. And there was a spot right by the curb, so it was meant to be. Away we go. It's a festival of fantasy. But those are some pretty ominous looking rain clouds coming in. Pretty ominous. It's like 12:15 right now. The radar says like 1:30. It's supposed to storm here. But those clouds look a little bit close than 1:30. I don't know. I got a slicker. If it rains, I put on a slicker. No worries. So I was just going through the Christmas tree shop just to catch some air conditioning because it's probably one of the coolest shops temperature-wise because they keep it frosty in there. And while I was in there, I hear some like hooting and hollering, and I look out the back door, and Myrta from Brave is out here like talking to people and causing a scene, and she's causing the best ruckus ever. You can hear her. You might still be able to hear her. She's too much. She's just like going up to people, like when she walked by the door, she just like was like, hello in there. Absolutely wonderful, totally stayed in character. I'm like beside myself laughing over here. I had to step away. She cracked me up. She's been doing the meet and greets in this gazebo over here that's directly behind the Christmas tree shop, which is right there. And this gazebo is where she's been doing meet and greets because her normal spot is being renovated. So over in this little booth near the exit to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is this game where you get a map and you use your magic band and you like run around Adventureland. So I'm gonna do that, but Captain Jack Sparrow's over here. I wanna know what he's gonna say if I tell him I have a treasure map. Pardon me, but future Mercury here. Something happened to the clip where I talk about what happened when I met Jack Sparrow. So it was so awesome. Future Mercury had to come back and jump in and let you know what happened. So that treasure map, yeah, this is so cool. I held on to this. I am probably gonna hold on to this forever. So I went and, I was like, hello, Captain Jack. And he saw this in my hand and he was like, you have treasure. And I was like, I have a map to treasure. And he's like, let me take a look at this. And he like took it and he was reading it and he was like, treasure of the Pacific, somewhere last island, filtered with Calypso's power, yada yada yada. And then Jack Sparrow's new pirate, Captain Jack got very upset. This did not have Captain in front of his name. And he's like, pen, I need a pen. And, there was a cast member nearby who brought him a pen. And he added in Captain Jack Sparrow. I will hold on to this forever. This is like now a treasured memento because Captain Jack had to add Captain in front of his name. And that was what happened when I met Jack. So, Captain Jack. My apologies. And here's a picture. And now, back to Magic Kingdom. So I've done a video before playing this, but the way it works is the map gives you all these different locations, and you have to run around Adventureland, finding all the locations and tapping your magic band to it. But I will put a link to my detailed video at the end. So I'm at this location, and a matching fella right here, and you gotta tap my magic band right there. Now it's talking. Here's our next stop. So I have to tap my bracelet to the Scully friend. Okay. What's happening?
We have found one worthy to bear the ocean's mighty power. The power of the treasure of the Pacific flows through you now. Go and use it well.
You found the treasure of the Pacific.
I did it. Captain Jack's voice came out and said I have to go back to the center and, check in. Let them know I did it. So it looks like the storm is gonna start. It's like the wind is, you can see in the palm tree. So I'm making my way to lunch because it's a good time for lunch. So I got myself some lunch at Columbia Harbor House. They had a shrimp skewer and some green beans. It looks delicious. So I'm about to get so lucky. I'm where this blue dot is. It's just right around the blue dot. There's a bunch of rides that are closed right now because there's lightning strikes in the area, but I think we're gonna luck out and not get downpoured on, so that's something. The rain's been on and off, so they canceled the afternoon parade, but there's a rainy day cavalcade that I'm like stumbling into. It's my day for stumbling into parades, I guess. It was like all the characters from the regular parade, but in like vehicles mainly. There were some walking, but the ones walking seemed to have umbrellas. So, great little cavalcade. See you real soon. That concludes my Disney vacation. I gotta head home. I gotta go and get to the airport. What a week it's been. It's been amazing. I've done so much. I've been to so many parks. I've seen so many characters. I've had such a wonderful time, and it's always so hard at go home time. It's always so hard. But I know, just like the sign said, I'll see you real soon. So I guess with that, I'm done for the day. Gotta get to the airport, and I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired. Bye, everyone. Take care.